one would possibly think, well, how is this a linear inequality? Why can't I just graph these on a number line? Well, that's because these are linear, but these are going to be our vertical and horizontal lines. Now, if you recall from last week, when we had something like x is greater than 3, where there was an x but no y, this was symbolic of it being vertical. And so I'm going to graph x is greater than 3. I know it's dashed, so make my point at 3, and then I will make my line vertical and put the arrowheads on. And then I can test it and say, well, I'm going to choose 0, 0. Is 0, 0 is not greater than 3. Therefore, when I shade, I'm going to shade on the other side where 0 is not, because 0 is not part of my solution. On the other hand, with the next example, I have y is less than or equal to negative 5. And I recall from last week that when there's a y and no x, this means that my line is going to be horizontal, and it's going to be at negative 5. Now going back up actually to the previous example, I forgot that I had a dashed line. So I'm going to shrink this down a little bit. I'm going to try my line again. And this time I will make sure to make it dashed. And then you can fix the shading part, which I'll just fill in with pen for now to save time. Now we've got a horizontal line. This time I do know it is solid, so that helps me out with not forgetting. And we'll put my point at negative 5, if it will let me. So we have negative 5, and then we make our horizontal solid line. And then we put in 0, 0. 0 less than or equal to negative 5. This is not true, so we're going to shade where 0, once again, is not, which is going to be down here. And then your job now is to go ahead and graph these 4 linear inequalities and bring them to class with you tomorrow.